What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush. Let's talk Jets. Hope everybody's having an excellent week. You're getting past this frustrating loss to the Cowboys and you're on to the Patriots. So there's a lot of interesting matchups in this game, but I'm going to go by the assumption that the Jets defense is going to step up in a big way on Sunday. I mean, they know they had a bad game. Salah's called them out. The fans are calling them out. They're getting mocked everywhere. They know they got to play at a much higher level. They'll be at home in front of a raucous crowd. So I'm assuming the Jets are going to step it up. The Patriots offense, while it's solid, Mac Jones, they're more of a methodical offense where they run the ball, throw the ball at tight ends. They kind of just want to wear you out, grind you out, take advantage of mistakes, take advantage of field position. So I'm assuming the Jets defense is going to play well. So the key to the game, to me, obviously, you're going to be like, no kidding, Tyson, is going to be the Jets offense versus the Patriots defense, Belichick versus Hackett. And there's a lot of things you got to look for here. And the first thing is going to be the offensive line. Belichick is going to sit here and watch all the ways that the Cowboys move Parsons around, confuse the offensive lineman, and got in the backfield and stifled the run. Now they have Judon. So what is Hackett going to do? How is he going to handle this offensive line? How is he going to clean up his mistakes? Is he going to do more jumbo formation, more tight ends, more two backs in the backfield, get rid of the empty backfield set? I mean, you got to figure out something, and you got to establish the run, which Belichick knows, right? But I think you can't give up on the run too early. And if you have to pass to set up the run, do that as well. But the running game is paramount, man. You have to take the pressure off Zach. You got to control the clock. You got to wear down the defense. So that's one thing that Hackett has to do right there, front and center. Next is the passing game, where Belichick is going to find a way to take Garrett Wilson out of the game plan. It's not easy to do, but he takes away your reliable, your safety blanket for the quarterback and makes him uncomfortable and makes him look other places, right? So now this is a game where you got to use Lazard, use Hardman. If you got to use Gibson, use the tight ends, get Jeremy Ruckert involved. Like, spread the ball around and use all of your assets, because Belichick is going to try to confuse Zach and make him go to other reads. So have him prepared for that. The next part is Zach himself. And the first thing is, you have to think at this point, even though Zach's a professional quarterback, that Belichick's in his head, man. He had one game last year, we had, 77 passing yards. It was probably one of the worst quarterback games I've ever seen in my entire life. His rookie year, he threw, 4 interceptions? He threw 3 last year. So you got to figure Belichick always gets to the young quarterbacks. He's in Zach's head a little bit. Zach is coming off a game where he played well in the beginning, ended with 3 picks. So his confidence could be shaken, could be rattled. You got to first and foremost get in Zach's head and get him comfortable and get him some confidence, man. Now, having a clean line of scrimmage, a clean pocket, makes life a lot easier for him. We can actually plant his feet and throw. But if you have to roll him out a little bit, roll him out a little bit. If you have to go hurry up, he seems very comfortable in that. You got to cater your offense to Zach, man. You just have to. So get him comfortable, get him in sync, and then take some shots downfield too. Like, the one thing is, if they're going to keep crowding the line, let's not take a shot downfield. You have guys that can fly, Gibson and Hardman. But he's got to do a lot of work with Zach this week, man, and just get in his head, get him comfortable. And it's going to be interesting to see how they, the one thing is, they can't handcuff him, man. Like, the one thing you worry about is, do they get ultra conservative where the kid, he's just like a robot out there? And it's interesting because you remember last year when the play calling for Zach was kind of like vanilla and standard. And once Mike White came in, they opened the playbook up. It was like a whole different offense. You're wondering if they're doing the same thing here, where they had this dynamic offense for Rodgers. Now they have to scale everything back out of being conservative or out of fear of what he could or could not do. I'd rather try to, let the kid throw the ball, man. Like, if you're scared to have him in the game, where you're scared to have him make, intermediate throws or long throws, he shouldn't be in the game at all anyway, right? So this is going to be an interesting matchup with Hackett. Belichick obviously has the advantage because he's done this so many times before. But this Jets offense has too many weapons to not be good. Like, last year, you're going to say, well, you know what? It was Garrett Wilson year one. All these, you have Cobb, and we talked about it, Cobb, Lazard. You have 3 tight ends you can use. You have 3 running backs you can use. There's a plethora of weapons here where you got to be able to put together a competent game plan against Belichick. I'm sure it's going to be a low-scoring, ugly game, but you got to grind it out. You got to just keep working with this kid and see what happens. And if the thing is, you're going to be interesting to see is if somebody struggles, like if you see Dwayne Brown struggling consistently, or if you see somebody struggling, at what point do you start revamping your offensive line? Like, this video is being made on Tuesday. They could have announcements this week where they, we're going to try something else. I don't think Salah's going to do that because it's only been 2 weeks. He'll probably give it another game to do that. But if things start going south on Sunday at halftime, you got to make adjustments and changes. This is a must-win game, man. You cannot lose this game at home. You cannot lose to the Patriots. I'm not discounting them, and I know all offseason I'm like, we got to sweep the Patriots. That was with Aaron Rodgers. You've got to win this game because the schedule after this is going to get ugly. You got to clean out the ugliness of Dallas and get this team back on track. So we're going to see let me know what you guys think about this. It's going to be fascinating. I'm curious to see, I'm curious of what role Saleh has in the game plan in terms of offense. Does he give Hackett an idea of like, hey man, we can't do this, we can't do that, and then now you run your offense, or does Hackett have full reign? Like, you know what? This is our approach. Sign off on it, and we'll go with it. So let me know what you think. Everybody keeps asking how confident I am. Listen, man, this is the game that they're at home. I think the Jets have more talent. It comes down to the kid. Zach Wilson will have to make 4 or 5 good throws to win this game, and that's just the way it is. Breece Hall can get his 100 yards. Belichick will force you to beat him, and you got to make those throws. Can he do it or can he not? I have no idea. I'm hoping he does because I don't want to watch another lousy game of football, but time will tell.